Alright, so I got the 870 Remington Express. I'm going to go through and show you guys how to strip it down and clean it, and show you just like some of the trials and tribulations I went through. This is a very popular shotgun, so I hope you guys can get some use out of this. Very reliable shotgun, and like I said, it's very common. So some of the tools I have is kind of a makeshift cleaning kit I have, and it works well for me. My weapons work very well because they're clean. So I got an old sock, hammer, an Allen wrench. I would suggest getting a actual punch, but like I said, this is just makeshift. So I got snake, cleaning snake, and just some extra Allen wrenches in case this one doesn't work, but this one should work. And some rem oil. This stuff is great. I would definitely. And then scissors to cut the sock down to length to fit into the barrel. Alright, so first thing you want to do is you want to check out these pins here. First, clear the gun. Always clear the gun. Nothing in it. Safety's on. Safety is now back on. Shouldn't matter when you go to break it down. So these two pins here, you need to knock them out. It doesn't matter what order you do it. So I'm going to just do that real quick. Like I said, this is super makeshift right now. Catch the bolt and all that. I know I'm not the only one out there doing this makeshift crap. Probably should step up my game and get some real equipment. And they should both pop out like that. One's fatter, one's smaller. Set these, don't lose those. You're going to take out your trigger group. It should just pop out here, just like that. So what you got. And then you're gonna have, well, first you need to take off your barrel. So you got your cap here that holds your barrel on. Unscrew that. I have heard you don't need to screw this down very tight, but I have been in the field and I've had this shotgun probably 2 years now and really used it a lot this last hunting season, more than I did the first. And not tightening this down all the way as tight as I possibly could has made me lose my cap, and you know, my barrel did come off. So definitely tighten that all the way down. So that just comes out like that. Then you have two little metal pieces here on the sides of your receiver. See that? Just these two metal pieces here. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to push them down one at a time. Pull this forward or back, I guess. I guess you want to go front. So you want to take it out off the front. So you gotta do it one at a time. And they'll both just come out like that. And I guess you don't have to worry about doing them both separately until you put it back on. So I'll demonstrate that a little clearer when we throw that back on. So I just pressed one side and it came out. And so you got your firing pin and all that stuff right here. And so that's as far as you need to strip it down for a basic field strip right there. So what I like to do is just like to hit all the important areas. The slide right here, I like to hit it good with the rem oil. And this is good for lubrication as well as cleaning. So you can hit everything with it. It won't be bad if you have some left over, because like I said, it's a lubricant. I like to make the trigger group. Definitely the firing pin is probably going to be one of your dirtier things, along with the slide. As well as your receiver is going to be pretty dirty. Go through the barrel a little bit. I don't like to keep the little straw in there. I don't think it's that necessary. And so, what should I go with first? The trigger. And I need freaking cotton swabs. Okay, so I'll be right back. So we got the Q-tips. Those are very important. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the trigger group. And I'm just gonna hit all the areas, really. I mean, I like to get all the carbon as possible off my weapons. This right here isn't gonna matter too much if you hit it. I'll probably hit it with my sock or a rag, just because it's a bigger surface. But I like to get all the small crevices with the Q-tip. And just hit it really good. And I go through a bunch of Q-tips, as you guys probably know, cleaning your weapons as well. Now we'll go into the receiver. I'll just use some of the sock, I'll cut it out. Get this ready for the barrel. But if you have enough stuff clogged in your gun, it could cause issues, so definitely be aware of that, as you guys probably know. So I'm going to go in with the Q-tips now. Get the area where the slide's going to come in contact with. Get that metal piece like I showed you guys earlier. It's also going to have some carbon. And like I said, I haven't heard anything bad about these 870s ever. I got into bird hunting altogether like 3 years ago, and I didn't know really what I was looking for. I just knew I wanted to get a 12 gauge. I really liked the finish, and I just kind of looked up, a hardy 12 gauge brand to buy, and 870 was what I came across. And it was like $350 when I bought it brand new like 3 years ago, and it's been great ever since. Although if you're trying to get a barrel for this, it's like $100 and some bucks, so you might as well just buy a new shotgun. But if you have, honestly, I feel like I have a little bit of sentimental value to this shotgun. I don't know if I would just like sell it off, but I might, because I'm a freak like that about guns. Alright, so this receiver is pretty, I probably could spend a little bit more time on this, but just for the video, I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. That's the main areas you want to get. Alright, for this part, I like to probably use the same piece that I used on the receiver. I like to just get it in this little loop that came with this cleaning snake. And this is for a 7.62 size barrel. So this is actually, the reason I'm putting this in here is because this is going to be able to take up the rest of the room that the barrel, that's going to be left in the barrel. This is going to be too skinny for the barrel. So I'm going to throw this in there, and this will help do a little bit more than just knock it out, knock the debris out. It's going to actually clean the inside of the barrel. So I'm just going to send it down, and you always want to go with the grain, so out the way that the bullet will travel out. Just because, and this barrel isn't rifled, so it's not going to matter too much, but I just like to keep that in mind and keep that in practice when I'm cleaning my rifles. When I first cleaned this, I had a snake that actually fit. I don't know what I did with it, and it just had almost like a mop head, a small mop head almost, that fit perfectly. It was really snug though, and just don't be afraid. Like, don't get scared and think it's gonna get stuck in the barrel, because it's not. You just gotta pull on it a little bit. I had that happen to me. It was not good. You see through there? Maybe a little speck left in there, but for the most part, pretty good. Now I'm just gonna hit this one more time. Should run with a little bit of lubricant, and you should read your manual and see what it says about it. But yeah, so hit that up a little bit. I like to use the cotton swabs, or whatever you want to call them, especially Q-tips, because it shows you the dirt really well. SR's kind of older and like creamish color. These are like really white, and for the most part, it's, you know, there's not really much left there. In the future, I'm probably gonna put up some bird hunting videos. Right now it's March, so I got a little bit of time. I might put up some duck calls. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, so same thing. Just run your snake through. I got way too much slack, but okay. So you want to start by throwing this on here. It holds the bolt carrier, just like that. Like I said, there's little grooves here for it. This little bit of a bigger piece here, square, sticks out. And as you can see, these notches are a little bit bigger for that. So you're gonna throw that there, and that will only go on one way. This also will only go inside one way. Got a little bit of fuzzies. Those out. All right. Stick this through. Slide it back. Hit those metal slides I was telling you about one at a time. And it'll slowly inch its way through. Pull that back. And you want to throw on your barrel. This one's kind of a pain, just to get it both lined up with up here and as well as sliding into the receiver. So you gotta get that just right. Alright, throw your cap on. Like I said, screw this thing down super tight. Alright, now we're going to throw our trigger back in. And so the little pins you took out in the beginning, there's going to be a smaller hole and a bigger hole for the pins you have. So those holes are respectively right there. You just want to kind of line it up with those holes. Alright, jeez. Okay, so, and then as you can see, can you see through there? Yeah. So you'll be able to kind of jimmy it around to get lined up with those holes. And then just start them with your hands. Slightly tap them with the hammer. Smaller ones, a little bit harder to go back in. And you're done. And you'll get your functions check. Good. Take it off safety. Fires. Safe. And you're done. So there you go, guys. That's how you clean the 870 Express Remington. Subscribe, like, comment some feedback of what you guys would like to see, what you guys think I could do better, and thank you for watching.